Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome to the debate channel. Today, I'll be debating Jinxy. Jinxy's going to be repping composite gear slash composite Johnny Test. I'll be repping composite Dean Winchester with composite gear. We'll be having equal stats. This will be out of character. So, without further ado, Jinxy, you want to start off with your first in con slash argumentation, your first argument, why you think Johnny could win?
Jinxy, you gonna unmute or?
Jinxy, hello.
Well, he wasn't even ready. Dang.
Hmm. Wow, already a long pause.
Unless we restart, we need a commentary too.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, wait.
Oh yeah, we can just make a commentary. Yeah.
Yeah, just like wait. Oh
recorded
yeah,
started
speaking
like
of
20
commentary, is there a commentary in this server?
No.
I'll just make a commentary. That's fine.
Yeah, making in the voice thing, I guess.
Yeah.
No, like a commentary like chat. Yeah.
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 Are you ready now?
Yeah, bro.
All right. So what's up, y'all? Korin back on the debate channel today. I'll be debating Jinxy. He'll be using composite Johnny Test, composite gear. I'll be using composite Dean Winchester with composite gear. Supernatural. We'll be equalizing stats. We agreed to out of character. So without further ado, Jinxy, you want to give your first win con or argument as to why you think Johnny should be taken?
Yeah, man, for sure. All right. So, my very first argument is I'm going to argue sleep hacks.
Okay.
All right. So Johnny Test, he's doing this big wrestling thing, right? But basically, what we're looking at is he has his perfume, and it's perfume attached to his hand or his glove, and by just spritzing you with it, it just knocks your ass out. Timestamp for that is going to be 2:56.
All right, I'll check it out. Like 2:56.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So his sister like kind of put this perfume in his face, kind of.
Yeah. And then also, if you see on the cover of that, right? If you can just click on, you can just see the thing. You will see that he has it on his in his glove or in his palm. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, and I can give you another timestamp, I guess, if you want me to, that shows him him using it. If you want. Do you want that?
I'm sure. Yeah, I would like to see him using it.
509 or 510. 509 just gives you a little bit of time before you see it.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. He like did it to like multiple people.
Yeah. And you also see it
All
comes out fast and it's like instant or next to instant, right?
Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, I do grant that you have like some way to put me to sleep, but I would actually like to argue against it, and I would like to say it wouldn't even like reach Dean, because from what we're seeing in the clips here, right, from both clips actually, the same clip, both scenes in the same clip, we're seeing that he does have to be in close quarters to do that. So it's
Okay.
not like something he could spray.
That is accurate. Yes, he does have to be in close corners. But imagine if we're fighting right hand to hand, fist to fist, and Dean is probably not expecting this, right? So if Johnny's throwing palm strikes, he just gets a palm strike like to the face. Dean thinks he dodged it, and he spritzes that stuff out.
We
I mean, that's assuming it gets to a. That's assuming it gets to a physical physical quarters, close like fist to fist fight. You know.
Yeah, you actually took the words out of my mouth. I was about to say something similar. Like, while that would be a potential outcome, I would also argue Dean would not allow it in the first place to come down to just physical. I would argue Dean, starting off, is just going to use his Colt gun and shoot Johnny from across the way. And this Colt gun, with his accuracy, is going to completely neg Johnny Test's durability, attack his soul, and neg him.
No, now my question though is, do you or do you not have a like a direct counter to the sleep manip, or is it just like you don't let me use it on you?
Yeah, the point's going to be you're not even going to have a chance because I'm going to kill you.
Okay.
A chance to get up close. So it will be essentially negated.
So,
but you should give me a chance to like, go over my argument, like drop.
Yeah, you can go over that. I was just saying, like, I had a counter to your counter, but I don't know if that would be shotgunning, so I might let that slide for a second.
Why don't we just let me go over? Like,
yeah, that's what I said.
Whole thing first. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to be dropping is Dean showcasing even like when he's younger, without even like demonic powers, anything. He's this normal human Dean. He's like half dead, pretty much. He has blood in his eye and everything. He's worn out, and he even shows like incredible accuracy on kills like the yellow-eyed demon with like the Colt gun.
Okay.
Like casually too. Like he just does it with blood in his eye and everything. And it shows as a young man. So like in this Colt gun, you'll see in this clip, like it negs the demon's like soul, everything, because it's a non-corporal demonic spirit. So it's like it has to be able to like neg physical durability to even do that.
It's not like I have to. It's not allowing me. It says video unavailable. Can you describe the clip to me? Since I trust you, can you describe it? Because it says unavailable.
Or hold on a sec.
Okay. Also, I think Slick will appreciate this one, but what if I put some dirt in your eye? Yeah, he gets it.
Bruh.
There we go. And that's gonna be 250. That's okay. 30-second clip. 250 to 320. Do I need sound?
Just watch all of it all the way.
Do I need sound? Do I need the sound?
I mean, you just really need to see the feet.
Okay. Watching it. Okay.
It's a feat of accuracy.
Wait, blood in his. Okay, there's a shadow over his eyes. Okay. Yeah.
Or there's also blood.
Yeah, I see that. Okay. Okay, there's a little bit more. Oh, that's sick. All right. So, does he have to hit him in that location, or does he just need to hit him in general?
The bullet itself just needs to hit the body.
It just needs to make contact? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
As you can see, it literally lit up the demon's soul and everything negative completely.
Mm-hmm. So
that's my counter, right? My main counter is accuracy. Even as a young man, he's showcasing accuracy, not even like the one I'm using, full-on peak composite, Dean, but he's also like the Colt gun is the main thing that's going to just neg you before you have a chance to try to make it close quarters.
Okay. I'm able to have a counter for your counter, correct?
Sure, if you have something to try to go against it, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Johnny, he has something really cool. I think it's 343. he basically has a watch that he presses a button and it completely stops time, meaning you wouldn't be able to shoot Johnny. Even if you were somehow able to draw and shoot, the bullet would stop before it hit to Johnny. Johnny walks over, he puts you to sleep, or does any number of things to you, but that would be my counter. Time stopping. And you see it's instant. He just clicks the button.
And what's the timestamp again?
I believe 3:43, if I'm not mistaken. Just send again there. That's just the full thing right there.
I'm there. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah. That just also gives like the context.
So they say, no, Johnny, and he grabs his device and just freezes the time.
Yeah, but if you want, he does it like multiple times throughout. Like you can even just go to like just keep looking normal spots. Like I can even show you where he like kind of pranks his dad if you want, like just to show how easy it is, you know? If you just want to go to 704, I guess maybe can you do 705? Basically, his dad puts meatloaf in the oven, and then every time he walks away, Johnny freezes time, grabs it, puts it back on top of the oven, like on the counter, and it just like screws with his dad. So he's also able to, yeah.
All right. Yeah, but would you say that Johnny himself still has to think about pressing this and activating it? Like it requires him to think in order to do this. Okay?
I mean, yes, he has to click a button, correct.
Yeah. What
We
I'm
are
gonna say
equalizing stats, though, so that shouldn't necessarily be a problem. Oh, sorry. You go.
can I go now?
Yeah, my bad. I interrupted you.
But what I'm going to say is, what I'm going to be arguing is, since you still have to think about it, I'm going to argue that Dean has such a large skill and like precognition gap that he'll just be able to like land his on you before you have a chance to think about pressing your button.
Here's the
And I can
thing.
argue why.
Oh, okay, yeah. You can. I'm saying my argument my argument against that would just be like we drop in together. Like we both drop in. We're about to fight, and then Johnny just clicks the button right away. I agree that like you can have more skill, more precog. You know what I'm gonna do, but we're still on like we still have equal speed. So
Yeah, so this would be even better for Dean since we're equal. I'll just be able to stay steps ahead of you in that regard.
true, but I have to click a button. You have to shoot a gun, and the bullet would have to get to me before I press a button.
Yeah, and it would before you press it, because I'm that far. I'm going to be arguing I'm that much more skilled and that much more ahead of you.
But if we're moving at the same exact speed towards you, we're both moving toward the button and the gun at the same speed. And then instead of you having to bring it up, aim it at me, shoot, bullet has to get to me, I just have to click something. I don't even necessarily have to grab it from my belt.
Yeah, but the problem is before you think about doing that and activating it, I'm already going to know you're going to do that. I'm going to shoot you before you think about doing it. That's the whole thing. And you haven't let me explain my argument yet.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, so what I'm going to say is Dean, during his fight with Ko, this dude Ko spent half of his life training to take out Dean. He trained in like every fighting style. He planned out 1,000 steps in his mind over and over and over again, had all this knowledge on Dean. Dean had no knowledge at all whatsoever on this dude. And this dude encountered Dean. Dean demonstrated not only he's more skilled, but he literally out precogged every single move this dude attempted on him. And yet this dude had 1,000 steps planned out in his mind and knew who Dean was, knew all what he was about, every single thing. And yet Dean still precogged it, anticipated everything, stayed a step ahead the entire time. And I can show you that if you want to see the clip.
Yeah, yes, please.
All right.
Yeah, this one's unavailable also. It's weird.
All right. 1 sec.
Yeah, Phoenix, thank you, but I think that link is just unavailable for some reason.
There you go.
There we go. There we go. Time skip?
Yeah. 1 sec. Oh, did it load for you?
Oh, is that GIF you sent me? Kind of looks like it. Is it this thing?
The GIF is from that.
Okay.
But go to 55 and so we can watch from
I
there.
honestly really, really like this GIF because it looks so sick. He's so cocky and chill.
Yeah, go to about 1 minute in and watch from a minute in.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 minute and then start from.
Okay. All right. Puts the gun away, grabs the knife. Nice. Oh, sneaky. Oh.
Yeah, keep in mind this dude planned 1,000 steps above Dean for half his life, and yet Dean stayed a step ahead of everything to the point where this dude was frustrated and got his ass whooped. So it's like, and whereas Johnny has no prior knowledge, and neither does Dean, which is even better for Dean because Dean's already proven he can precog people he has no prior knowledge on, who has plenty on him.
Okay. Okay, I see that. Now, is there anything that suggests that he's like not just reacting to him?
I mean, what would you mean? There's nothing
Like,
to suggest that.
what it looks
to
like
me,
is
'cause
happening. Okay, yeah, sorry, go.
Did you hear did you hear him talk in the beginning? Like, because he.
Oh, you didn't tell me I
literally
needed
explained-
audio.
Oh,
Okay.
well, yeah, like if you go to like 55 and, oh, my bad. Yeah, but if you go to like 55 and listen to the audio, he literally explains what he did too for like half his life and like the 1,000 steps of planning. So
Right.
it would require Dean to be able to like anticipate and precog all these movements.
All
It
right.
would require skill and precognition.
Okay. Hey, I'm not saying I didn't slice and dice your old man. Just saying that he wasn't the first, and he certainly wasn't. They all just kind of get blended up.
I saw you that night. After you let me live. That was dumb, real dumb.
He's just smiling.
Spent half training for this moment. Played out this fight 1,000 times in my mind. And I know all about you, Dino. You're good.
Okay, yeah. I see that.
Very blatant, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's just, he's literally saying he trained his entire life for this fight, planned 1,000 steps ahead. Now, any feature with this dude right here, that he's not just all talk, like, is he legitimately, like, a talented fighter that actually planned 1,000 steps ahead? Because I can say I planned 1,000 steps ahead to, like, sound tough and scare the other person. Like, do you have, like, a feat from this guy showing, like, he's not a slouch or anything?
Well, what reason would there be to suggest he would be? Are you like trying to imply he could be lying though?
Lying. Okay, there's three things I'm implying. He could be lying, he could be exaggerating, or he could just be like overestimating like himself. Like, oh yeah, 1,000 times in my head. Yeah. Like, even if he did plan it out 1,000 times in his head, like, that also doesn't prove to me that really did anything. You know what I mean though? Like, is there proof that this guy is like honestly like really skilled? Because if you can show like good skill from that guy, then I'll definitely accept this point.
Well, I would just say I wouldn't need to, because it's literally the context of it and the fact that he has no reason to lie. Like, there's no reason to imply he's boasting or like bragging. The dude literally gave context on what he did. Like, why would you spend half of your life training in everything, planning 1,000 steps over and over every single day, and then and all you're saying is like, oh, it's possible he could just be bragging. But that's just a possibility, though.
Yeah,
I'm going off what we know and what's being shown and stated. That's all. I have no reason to suggest otherwise.
It's just from here, he looks like he's getting destroyed. I don't know if he's actually a talented fighter or if he's just some dude who's like just been playing this out in my head. Like, if I have a big enemy, right, I can play me fighting that person 1,000 times in my head and just say that and then get my butt kicked, even though I planned it out 1,000 times in my head. Like,
well, as I mentioned, this dude Cole spent half his life training and everything too. He doesn't just like think stuff out in his head. He literally, like he said, he spent half his life training for this very moment.
Yeah,
1,000 steps. How did this go? He was in the military. He learned. He even says in the same fight, "Oh, Dean's like, oh, monkey style kung fu," and Cole's like, "Yeah, I know everything." And even Dean's like, "Oh, well, come, yeah, like."
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. No, I see this. So he's running at him and he's reacting, right? And reacting and predicting because he's a freaking Chad.
Yeah, like he can do that easily. Like I'm just showing right here, like a guy who has 1,000 steps planned out over Dean too.
Yeah. Oh. Is that proof of precog though? That's just saying you planned the fight out. It doesn't mean you know 1,000 steps of precog.
Precog for Dean because Dean has no prior knowledge on his plans that he's planned out thousands of times over though. So why would Dean? Yeah, Dean would in fact by default have to have some type of precog to be predicting movements like he is in his planning because Dean's clueless to who this guy even is.
To me, it just looks like he's reacting to the guy running at him, and he's reacting to like what he's doing and like fighting back. Like if two karate masters were fighting, it doesn't mean they have precog. It just means they're reacting to the other person and fighting back.
I mean, we clearly see Dean predicting and staying ahead of literally everything this dude tries to do to him. Like he's literally precogging the 1,000 steps that this dude planned out in his own mind. These plans this dude's trying to do on Dean are what he literally planned out in a way to kill him, and they're not working because Dean's staying a step ahead of him. He's even going so far as like disarming him throughout the fight, and he literally picks him apart.
Yeah, no, that was actually sick.
And I argued skill and precog, yeah.
Yeah, no, I noticed that. Here, I agree to the skill on this, but do you want to leave the precog up to the judges? Because I agree with the skill. The skill makes sense. He's very skilled. He's insane. He's a Chad badass. The precog just doesn't quite sit right to me, and we can leave that to the judges because they'll probably agree with you. So it's like, because I don't, like if it makes sense to them, it probably does, but it just, for some reason, it just doesn't make sense to me, and I apologize for that. But do you just want to leave this one up to the precog up to the judges? But I'm giving you the skill.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So next point. It's your point now because you just countered.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to say is that Dean is just going to use his Colt gun and shoot Johnny Test and neg your durability and your soul and kill you.
Okay.
And since you gave me the skill and accuracy point already, I'm just going to argue he'll use that to complement his shooting, his fire.
Okay.
So what would you say against that? Like,
so,
counter this?
It depends. So for the equaling stats, just double check, making sure. Not equaling stats, but my bad. For the leaving it up to the judges, double checking, making sure we're leaving just the precog up to the judges, or are we leaving like the entire time thing and everything? Because we'll just go right back. If I argue the time thing again, we'll just go right back into the precog.
Yeah, we left the precog, but then you just give me the point of me like
of skill, yeah. Okay, so then Mike,
are we leaving that whole point to the judges or what?
I didn't think so. I just didn't know if that was your understanding of it. I was just leaving precog though.
Because the way it just sounded, it said like it sounded like you just gave me the whole point of me like, yeah, I'm so much skilled that I'm gonna like counter you before you. That's what it sounded like.
Oh no! What I gave you was I gave you skill and I gave you the accuracy, but I didn't give you like the precog that like before I'm able to just click a button, you grab your gun, bring it up, shoot me, the bullet reaches me and hits me. Like, I'm not arguing the entire precog thing of it. I'm not agreeing to that, which is why we're leaving just that one point up to the judges. But I just didn't know if your understanding was like the time thing and everything was up to the judges.
Well, if we're still on that, then I'm just going to still argue the skill gap so wide. I'm still going to be able to anticipate your movements and still have a type of, like muscle memory and still be able to like.
Yeah.
That's what
So I was just wondering if my time, that specific time clock point was still like, if I could still use that point, even though if I could still grandstand it. That's all I was checking to make sure your understanding wasn't different than mine.
So we agreed, right? The whole precog. So that means we're still on the whole point of me shooting you with the Colt. You still stop in time and doing the whole gas thing, right? So we're still on that point and like the skill. It's just like you want to leave up precog to the judges overall. Like
just leaving
normal.
Leaving the 1,000 steps ahead precog. Other precog is like you can still argue it, just 1,000 steps ahead or whatever precog, you know?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we're still on your first win con then. So I would still stand by like me being.
No. We're moved to your win con. Your new win con, because we left that to the judges, which was I gave you superior skill and the accuracy, and like, I guess I just gave you precog, so I didn't leave the entire point up to the judges. I see what you mean. Yeah. It's like we're still there.
Well, like if you said we leave the precog to it and we're moving on to my win con, that either implies that you're letting loose and not, or you're letting go of your like win con. You're kind of dropping it, or you're giving it to me, or do you want to still argue it? Like as we move on from it, it's either the judges like you're going to be viewed as like dropping the point, or are you like conceding the point, or do you want to keep arguing the time point?
I'll keep arguing.
You want to stay on this point?
Yeah. Stay on the point then. Yeah. I didn't realize.
And I'll just stick with Dean still being so skilled in his accuracy that I'll still get the shot off first, even since we left the precog point to the judges, the skill gap's still so wide. I'll just be able to let the shot off first before you think about hitting your button.
Yeah, I still think even if you do have a skill gap, like a good skill gap, right? The difference between what you have to do, just explaining, what you have to do is you need to, assuming it's just in your pocket, easy to grab, right? You need to grab your gun, bring it up, hold it up, aim it at me, shoot it, and then it has to reach me, then penetrate like my skin or whatever, and then I start to feel like effects, right? All I have to do is reach to my belt or pocket and just click a button.
Well, sure. But that's another thing, though. Like but that does bring me again to the skill gap and why it's so important. Because Johnny, let me just ask you this: is Johnny a known martial artist?
He is, yes, sir. He also has a suit that amplifies his martial arts ability by a lot, and he also has a modification that makes him know every single thing in the internet. And just one day of having that modification, he already beat multiple black belts in a dojo just from having the information of what karate is. And I can send you, I guess I can send you something for showing Johnny has the suit and he gets trained by his dog, who's supposedly a karate master or something.
That's fine. Sure, if you want to send that.
Yeah. For some reason,
is Johnny a karate master, or is he know more than karate? You know.
He was trained by a karate master, kind of surpassed him, and then also got the amp of knowing everything there is to know about the internet, which includes information on karate. Which just one day of learning that, he beat multiple black belts, and he also gets amped by a suit that gives him extra karate abilities. So I'd say it's safe to call him a karate master, even though the title is confusing because it's called Johnny Fu. So Also, please have some patience. For some reason, I was expecting to have to argue Johnny's skill, even though I'm arguing against one of the masters of skill arguing, Korin himself. I probably should have been prepared, so I don't have a time skip ready for this specific video. So can you just give me like a second to find it?
Sure.
Okay. I can just skip through until I find it. Probably multiple. Okay. Alright. Do you want to see like the before and after to getting the suit? Because he's like getting his butt kicked by a bully and then he gets amped in karate. Or does that not matter to you?
That's. I really just want to see like the proof that he's like karate master, like taking off in the clip, like where he like learned everything in the internet, where he's like karate master, right? That's all I want to see.
Yeah.
Because those are like your main claims, really like the bigger claims, like him being a karate master, you know, taking in all this energy, like this nation and stuff, surpassing karate man. I like to see.
Alright, so you can see the 4-minute mark. That's him having a black belt and he's trained by Doofy. Doofy's all in like traditional stuff. And then if you go to like 4:30, that's just showing he has the black belt. 4:30, he's flexing his black belt. He shows up to the bully. Lee's also a black belt, and he beats the bejeebies out of the bully for just one day of practice.
All right.
And then he waxes him again later. Yeah.
Okay.
And then skipping to his 6th suit, the suit looks pretty fire. He gets it at like 7:20, and then they're just like talking about it until like 8. If you're also interested in this suit, because I assume you are, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm checking it out. All right. So I am right. When I'm getting here, you have proven, and I'm willing to grant he is a master of karate itself. Like you have proven that with clips and the info you provided and explained. So he is a karate master.
Yeah.
But, and even though that is good, I'm still going to argue Dean not only is like a master, like pretty much every style of martial art, not just like one, because he outskills Cole, but he's also like trained. He's highly more skilled than Johnny in terms of all around weaponry, all of that stuff. Like,
oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad.
Well, yeah. Also, like in terms of weaponry, he has far more like combat experience and knowledge with using skill and weaponry, and like he's also fought people who have stated and been shown to be far more skilled than just like karate and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like with yeah.
Also, just karate. The information of the internet applies to like all martial art styles, even guns. So he would even know like at least like look like, oh, he's reaching for a gun. He would like probably know how fast it fires, something like that. Even though it's not traditional gun. So that argument might not be
never
the
specified. You only said you should have specified, but that's fine now. You only said karate at first. You never said anything.
Okay, yeah, my bad. I thought by saying he had all the information on the internet, but I must have just skipped over it. I apologize for that. But yeah, he knows everything that's on the internet, which includes all martial art fighting styles, guns, even what you're wearing, where you got it, like stuff like that.
All right, and that's fine. He does. I'll grant he probably does know it. Yeah, but I would also still go back to like there's a difference between knowing something and actually having experience doing that entire life, which is something Dean has on top of no.
That is true, yes, but I'm still stressing the point where you have to grab it, bring it up, shoot. Bullet has to reach me. We're all equal stats. Keep in mind, there's also speed, and I just have to click a button. I don't even have to pick it up or grab it. I just need to press a button. So
yeah, that is true. But I'm just saying my skill gap is so large, and I'm so much more experienced with using my like more hands-on skill and weaponry. I'm gonna be able to like get the flip on you first, literally pull it out, because he has so much more experience with doing this kind of stuff, even as a kid. And I already showcased even as like a young man, like his accuracy thing. So I'm just going to say, yeah, I do have to pull my gun out and shoot you. Skill gap is going to allow me to do that and anticipate your movements and your body movements before you have a chance to click on your own button. That's the thing.
Also, in that clip, though, he is holding the gun for like 2 or 3 seconds before he pulls the trigger. Like, he doesn't just bring it up and immediately fire. Like,
well, that's also, as I already said, that's also him like partially like dead, blood in his eye too, and after he just got his ass whooped.
No, I get that. That makes sense. I'm just saying he's not going like, west south bang. He's holding it for a second.
Well, yeah. To be fair, again, though, I'm not using that for like a peak thing. Though I'm using that to showcase, even as a young man, just as a human, while like bleeding and stuff and half dead, he's already that good at shooting. Shoots it off.
Yeah,
I'm using like comp Demon Dean. Like he's going to be far more. Not only is this out of character, but he's already like far more aggressive, anyways. That was a young man Dean. I'm not using that to like showcase his peak.
Okay.
It's just showing.
Okay. No, I see what you mean. That's why I'm not like stressing that much. But also, you know what? More I think about it, Johnny doesn't even need to click his button. I can send you a clip of him. He has telekinesis. He can just telekinetically press the button. He doesn't even have to reach towards it. So all he has to do is think about pressing the button. You have to think about grabbing your gun from your pocket, pulling it out, holding it up to me, firing. Bullet has to, pressing the trigger. It fires. Takes a second to fire because it's a gun. It's not automatic. Like, it takes a second to register. Then it shoots. It comes at me, right? It's coming at me at an equalized speed. So, the gun doesn't have the reactive abilities that you do, All this would be happening, and I just have to have a single thought, that is, press button.
Okay. Where's the clip for his telekinesis?
Oh, did I not send it?
Is that the one right? Oh, okay.
Oh, is this it? I think so.
Okay.
I think if this is the correct one, it's 1847. And this is even a bigger, like, this is him, like holding up an entire person and chucking him. This is not just making a button click. So that's at a higher level than I'm even arguing.
So like 1847?
1847. I can just double check for you just because I don't want to mess up. Yeah, it's 1847. I'm going to go fill up my water, so if it's a little weird for a second.
All right. So you're going to argue he's going to use his telekinesis to like press the button for him, right?
Yeah, with a single thought. And then I also mentioned all the things that you have to do. And then I also proved that Johnny Test has a good amount of skill with a vast, I'd even argue more information because all of the information of the internet. So.
Okay. You there?
Yeah, what's up?
Nothing. Okay, so
Yeah, so do you have a response?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, what is it?
I'm just going to argue that due to Dean Winchester, I'm going to argue from here that Dean Winchester's passive luck manipulation will make it to where your telekinesis won't even allow you to like press the button, and it would just allow Dean, it would manipulate luck around us and allow him to just shoot you anyways, regardless via luck, passive.
Okay.
And I can show you that too. because his lucky rabbit's foot, he doesn't have to activate anything. It's just already on him. And as soon as he steps, like it's already been passive this entire time, as soon as it's on the field. So any type of, it shows offense and defense. So any type of harm going to happen to Dean, it won't happen. And he'll just like kill you first. So like luck is all his.
Okay, luck is his, but does your luck affect me thinking? Because yes, luck would make it so maybe if I went to punch you, I would miss, right? Somehow. Luck may make it if I go to shoot you, my gun could jam. If I throw something at you, right, it might slip from my hand before I throw it. Luck would not change me thinking, though.
I mean, can you prove that? That's a claim.
I guess so. Luck is affecting something happening like it has a probability. There's no probability on me having a single thought. Like, I'm just having a thought. Like, you being lucky wouldn't make me so I just can't think. It would make it so, like, something that has a probability of not working would have a higher probability of that thing not working.
Well, yeah, you can think about it, but it's not going to work. That's the hope.
It's not gonna. Oh, so you're saying this? Okay, well, the way. Okay. So you're saying it's not gonna work. So, can you prove that like the invention like just won't work? Can you prove that there's even a probability that it won't work? Because the way luck hacks work is there has to be a probability against it not working. It can't be a 0% chance it's not going to work. And from what I've seen from this, there is a 0% chance of it not going to work. So can you prove that there's even a probability that it won't work?
Yeah, that's just a simple fact. That's how Dean's luck works. Any type of harm that's going to try to go to him, it's not going to happen. He's in the luck loop. He's going to kill you.
Yeah, but
You're
luck
kinda,
has
like,
to go
making
with...
a lot of claims and also like...
Wait, luck has to go off of going off of probabilities, correct? Like a luck changes probabilities.
Yeah, and aren't you thinking that there's multiple probabilities with that? And the luck that I'm showing with Dean too, it's never shown. There's no like, it just always helps him. It's all passive, positive luck. So if you're kind of claiming the negative right now, you'd have to showcase it being like doing something negative or not helping.
Okay, what I'm saying is, doesn't luck rely on like changing probabilities from something being like a 10% chance and then just taking that 10% chance and making it work every time? Something like that, right?
Yeah, and this is shown to work for Dean positively every time. So
yeah, so what I mean is, if this gadget has a 0% chance of not working, then luck hacks is not going to stop it from working.
It's just not going to work on Dean, okay? I never once claimed it's not going to work.
Oh, she's not going to work
on Dean.
Okay, then can you also show it like not working on somebody before?
Can you show this bypassing passive luck?
You already agreed that luck has to do with probability. So if there's a 0% chance that it's not going to work.
I didn't, hold on. Like,
hold up. So what? I asked luck has to do with probability. You said yes, but it's positive, not negative. And it's not going to work on Dean. I never argued that it wasn't going to like work in general. So I'm asking, has it never like not worked before?
Has it, it's always helped
like
Dean, yeah.
Okay.
Like you have.
Can you send a scan? Because I kind of want to know the context here, actually.
Sure. You should have asked that in the beginning, but yeah.
I know I should have. I was just a little. I was just thinking because I thought I had a quick out to it, but you never have a quick out to a god tier debater, so probably should have asked right away.
Like here's two.
Thank you, kind sir.
And in both scenes, they never failed Dean once. It even allows him to perceive stuff. Not even perceive, but the luck is so like intense. It even allows him to like avoid danger that he can't even perceive with his own eye socket. Such as like, because back then he was like a human.
Okay. The time skip, please. Oh, which one am I looking at? Which one? The first one or the second one, or both? You there, Korin? Can't hear you. Just shows your green bubbles on.
You're not speaking. It's just your green bubble.
Hey, don't stand for the bubble, Slick.
Korin, if you can hear me, try leaving VC and joining back.
Sec. Okay, I'll just wait till Korin's back. Okay.
Yeah, hello?
Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, cool, dope. Yeah, what's the time skips for these two?
They're just all, like, it's just the whole video.
Okay, okay. Do I need sound?
I mean, especially for the first one.
Okay.
Luck like that doesn't just happen.
Look, I can explain all of that.
Shut up. It's God, Greedy. He led us here for one reason. To do his work. This is destiny.
Whoa. Nope. No destiny. Just a rabbit's foot.
Put the gun down, son, or you're going to be scraping brain off the wall.
Oh, this thing?
Yeah, that thing.
Okay. But you see, there's something about me that you don't know.
Yeah, what would that be?
It's my lucky day. Oh my God, did you see that shot? I'm amazing. Yeah. You're Batman.
Yeah, there's no destiny. Yeah, there is no probability or destiny. It's just luck.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that was really funny. Alright, second one too?
Yeah, but that's just more to show that
Okay.
that's not as important as the first.
Okay. So, I see that. That made me laugh a lot, so I appreciate it. Thank you, Korin. I'm Batman. So, okay, I understand that. He uses it. I could be wrong. Forgive me if I am. At least for that one, it looks like he's using it to amplify, like, his movements, correct? Not, like, affect
That's not how it
negatively
works.
to... Okay. No, that's why I said looks like, and I could be wrong.
Yeah,
So you
he
wanna-
doesn't have to. It doesn't have to amplify anything. It's passive luck. Like he doesn't. It's all itself. It's not him doing anything. Like he even says at the beginning, like destiny has nothing to do with it. It's just all luck,
Okay.
and it's passive. So it's already working. Like I don't have to activate anything.
I just want to let you know real quick that I'm joking. Just warning. But it says it's his lucky day, so that's only for one day, so it'll never work another day. Boom, checkmate, I win. Okay, but moving on. Anyone like my rhetoric there? Okay. Miss would be proud. Okay, so... What? I feel like if I had a little bit more information, like skills of debating, I can't really ask you in the middle of a debate. Crap. And then if I just assume, that would be assuming. So because what? I don't know. Would causality like I don't know if that would be a counter to luck I'm not sure. I just don't
It
think I
depends
have
on
enough.
the type. But
Okay. I'll show it to you. I mean, you've already seen it, Korin, but I'll send it to you again.
all right. Is this it?
Yeah, that's it. Say 34. You've seen it. I'm really not sure
So
if this works, though.
I'm just wondering, like, what is this exactly? Like, what cause and effect is this even against? What is it doing?
Basically,
Because it's kind of like,
he's like rewriting history, like as he like wants it. Basically, also change the causality of that happening. So simply by spray painting on, like, just spray painting, I mean, I can argue he just needed to like press it, but just by doing that, he changes history and the causality of like that happening.
yeah, but it looks to me he has to spray something on like a sign here. Like, can you give me more context? Like, why does he have to spray that on the sign to make it do that on that like symbol or whatever he's spraying that on?
Yeah, it's just where it says the end, and he just writes more history.
Yeah, he writes more history, but like, why is he specifically doing it on that?
He's just that's like the only place he really had to stand. Everything else was an empty void. That's like the only place he had to like as like a leverage. Like,
Well, that's not really answering. I'm saying, why does he have to spray it on what says the end there? Does
it
he have to
doesn't
spray
say
on
he
it?
had to spray it there. It literally, that was the only place he had to stand or anything like that. Like, he physically couldn't spray it anywhere else because everything around him just did not exist. He was in the middle of like an empty void. That was the only place
Yeah,
he
I
had
don't think
the
you're getting what
option.
I'm asking, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm not asking. I'm saying in the clip here it says the end on that sign, but why does he have to specifically spray something over that to make that do that? Why does it?
Okay. What I'm saying is
like, yeah.
What I'm saying is he doesn't.
Can you show that he doesn't have to spray it on that sign?
Okay. I think how I'm trying to. Okay. So no, but just hear me out. What I'm trying to say. He had nowhere else where he could have sprayed it. That was the only place that had like the only place that had a solid surface that he could spray on. Everything else was literally an empty void. That was his only option to spray it right there and only there.
But why does he need a solid surface?
Well, not spray painting. Spray paint on water or string, it won't look like won't be a clean thing. He could spray paint it on the floor below him or anywhere.
Yeah, but
really.
I'm saying, like, this sign here, it specifically says the end, and then he sprays other specific wording on it, and then it happens though. So I'm just wondering, like, is there something special about the sign, or
no? It's literally.
Has he ever shown to like do this with a spray can anywhere else?
No, what it is, it's literally like everything. So you want the context behind this? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I would like more because
Okay.
I'm seeing here.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So basically, the thing what's happening is basically like the city's kind of disappearing. Basically, because like weird stuff happens, but basically it's disappearing and it's slowly disappearing until it gets to one point. Can't really be falling into an empty void or anything. So Johnny jumps up on this sign and sprays more history over. Yes, he does spray it over where it says the end, but there is nothing that suggests that there's something special or magical about that specific area that was causing all the problems.
Well, it kind of does in a way suggest it because it literally says the end there, puts more history on something that says the end when it's an empty void and it has the end there, and then it has more history. He sprays more history on the end.
Okay, but he had what I'm saying is he had no other place he could have possibly spray painted. That was the only possible place he could have. He had no other option there. He was literally, everything around him was surrounded. The only thing that was there was a door and he spray painted on the top of the door because that's where he was able to stand or sit, whatever.
So did he? Let me say this. Did he? Let me ask you this. Did he spray paint the end on that beforehand? Or how did this, like, because you only sent me to that one spot, so Johnny, is he the first one? How did this all come to an end?
It's kind of funny. It was just weird, like, experiment from the sisters that was bringing him, like, throughout, like, history and stuff, and then, like, he got the entire history, and it just says at the end, oh, it's glitching for me now. Okay. It says...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It counts up to 10, and then it says the end, like the end of like a amount of times you're able to use it. It just says like the end for times, and I can show you if you want me to show you. I can bring you to 2 spots where it says like 7, and then it says 10. Like I can show you that to show it's like counting. Do you want that?
So, where you can, what did you used to say? You cut out. You can show
Okay.
me what?
I said I can show you times where like it has different numbers on it, if that makes sense to you. Like
All
it's
right.
basically counting up to 10, and then once it gets to 10, it's just the end. Like that's
Okay.
what this is. Okay, so
Well, another question, because in this clip, does he have to literally write stuff out to change stuff, though?
I mean, he
That's what it
does.
shows.
That is what it shows, yes. But if we're equalizing stats, and he still, keep in mind, he still does have telekinetic abilities, he can just be doing that also with a single thought, and he is still able to do it pretty fast. So he's still doing that with one thought, just like the button click thing. Which brings me, now he just needs 2 thoughts to your moving your hand, grabbing your gun, bringing it out of your pocket, moving it up, aiming it at me, pressing the trigger. Bullet has to come all the way to me before I have 2 thoughts.
Yeah, and due to my passive luck hacks, I would argue my bullet will definitely be able to do that before you. And just because you have telekinesis and you can spray this, you would still need to write out wording too. So you still have to take time to like write it out. Well, that's
Okay.
a passive. You're already taught. You'll be stuck in my passive luck loop though at that point. So when you go to try to write it out, I'm just going to blow your brains out.
Okay, I'll also give you the other thing that just shows it at, I think it was 18, and then it goes to the end.
She just
Wait,
admitted he had to write it out.
yeah, no, he does.
Yeah. So I'm just going to argue my passive luck is still going to be in effect. I'm going to kill you. Because when you go to take it out of your pocket, you're going to have to write it out, whatever it is you're going to try to do. But while you're writing it out, you're going to be in my luck loop. I'm just going to blow your brains out all over the pavement and your soul. Hello?
Yeah, I'm thinking hard, bro. Next question is, does it need to, like, the bullet, does it need to touch me, make contact with me?
Does what need to touch you?
Like, the bullet, does it need to physically hit me, touch me?
Yeah, it's going to neg your body. Yeah. To get to
Okay,
your
but
soul.
does need to hit me physically, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Well, it can hit you spiritually too. It doesn't have to hit your skin because it attacks the soul too.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Wait. Okay. I'm still gonna show you though, because might as well. 733. This is Johnny having intangibility, but since it hits my soul, I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay. No, but does it need to physically hit me and then it affects my soul? Is my question. Because it bypasses my physical defenses, right? I think it needs to make contact. I'm not sure though.
Well, why would it need to if it's designed to neg like physical though? It's specifically designed to kill non-corporeal like entities and demons.
These demons do they have like a physical form or are they just like intangible?
They're black smoke. I just said they're non-corporeal, like non-physical demons.
Non-corporeal is a big word, my bad. Okay. Okay.
Like that body he's in is literally just like a meat. It's dead. It's just like what's inside of it, non-corporeal, demonic. Same with like these angels in these meat suits. They're just like pure celestial, like spiritual beings. So that's why these guns are and these weapons and supernatural are designed to take these kind of characters out. So they're meant to neg the physical and go past the.
All right, that makes sense. Makes sense. All right. Just going through my stuff, seeing if I possibly have anything, you know? Wait. Oh. Can't I just use telekinesis on your bullet and you never hit me with it?
Why would that be?
Slick. What the heck?
Why would that be? Hold on. Why would that be a factor though? When my luck gets effect, that wouldn't even allow you to do that to me.
I mean, if you're shooting a bullet at me, right? Your bullet's coming. I use telekinesis, and I just have it like.
Well, can your telekinesis neg like luck hacks?
Okay, I'm misunderstanding your luck hacks. My bad. I thought it just. So it just makes it so my abilities just don't work.
Yeah.
Can you show it negging telekinesis?
Why would I need to do that?
Okay, can you show it negging like an opponent's ability? Because you're arguing it's going to neg like basically all my abilities is what you're arguing. And I don't see it negging an ability. I just see it making a pen go into a barrel.
Again, it's kind of another straw man because I never said it would like neg your actual ability. I said it would make it to where your abilities don't affect me or my passive luck hurting you.
Negging? My bad. Okay, so then
negging would be like completely like making it not even work at all.
So just making it. That's what I meant, though. Sorry, Korin. What I meant. I guess I'll rephrase it. Basically, making it so none of my abilities work on you. Correct?
Yeah, you can activate whatever you want, but it's not going to affect anything that has to do with me or my stuff.
Okay. Can you show it stopping someone from using an ability on you?
Why?
Because all that you showed me is it making a pen go into a barrel.
Well, that's not it.
Okay. What else was there? I saw the whole thing. Pen went into the barrel, and I think it threw a calculator.
Also, the luck allowed him to literally like do everything. It's a thing. And I don't see why you're so skeptical. Like, if you have some type of skepticism, you should point out like why you're like a contradiction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just don't see it thoroughly so many times, and I explain what like passive luck is too. And I've shown how and I've also demonstrated, which you've already agreed. Yeah, it literally shows him like positivity, right? It's all positive.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And there's no contradiction to say it would be negative on him, and there's nothing that would suggest you wouldn't do what you're doing. Like. I'm not going to argue it literally nullifies abilities. I'm saying though, it's a passive luck loop. Dean is not going to
Okay.
be able to get hurt. I'm going to kill you. You can still
Okay.
try to use your abilities. They could work, but they're not going to work on anything of Dean's or anything to do like negative towards Dean at all.
Can try to use my ability, but they won't be able to do anything to Dean or anything to Dean.
Because yeah, you're also saying, yo, can you show me this working on someone with telekinesis? But I could say, yo, can you show this telekinesis working on someone with passive luck hacks and like
No, I see that. I see that. It's just an endless loop, and it's stupid. Like, it's a stupid argument for me to make that, and I'm sorry for that for a second. That's my bad. All right. Does Dean have an ability to see or sense somebody invisible?
Yeah, he has such good, incredible sensory capabilities. He can see literal fairies, which are invisible to normal people. So you can
Okay,
perceive.
I have a
you need
quick question.
specific. You need specific
No.
heightened senses and like good eyesight to even see these fairies. They're invisible.
Okay, my question is, are you? I'm just like asking the kind of analogy. Are you aware like Percy Jackson, right? Do you know that? Like with the whole everything, and how like monsters, like mortals aren't able to see the monsters, but demigods are.
Okay.
Okay. So is it like that? Like there's something that's making it so like mortal people just can't see it, and then Dean can, or are they physically invisible? Because I'm just turning myself invisible.
Yeah, these fairies are literally like invisible to any naked like the eye, but Dean can perceive fairies though with his own. Even when a human Dean perceive it, and he's just a human.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And he's even freaked out when he sees these little things too, because like,
Yeah.
oh, what the heck? You know? Yeah.
Nah, he wants to fight the fairies. I see that.
Well, yeah. Oh, there you go. But yeah, that's where that comes from. Actually, that episode, because he's seen fairies and he was freaked out about it because like he was perceiving invisible things that he never thought he'd be able to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So that definitely makes sense. Okay. I was just checking to make sure. You know. Yeah. This is fun. Well, all right.
So you have anything else to add or what?
Yeah. Okay, so you're saying that things I'm gonna try to do to you or your abilities just isn't gonna work on you, right? Because of luck hacks, and that makes sense, right?
Yeah, it's not going to allow it to do that. Anything negative to me, even if you try to like mess with my equipment, it's just not going to work. And I'll bypass it due to the passive luck.
Okay, yeah, no, that's chill. That's chill. It's good. Okay. I'm gonna argue something called it's called the black spot.
All right. Is this a different argument or are you trying to like add on?
I'm adding on. Okay, that's something called the black spot right there, right?
Sure.
All right. Now, what this is, and I'll show you if you're not understanding. I can show you like how it actually works. It's basically something that, just so you don't have to watch a video if you don't have to. It's basically something, a spot that you can just like. It's basically like a placemat kind of, right? But you can place it anywhere. You can stick it. It doesn't even have to stick to a wall, but you can place it anywhere you want. Take it off, place it, and it's a portal that leads to it is a destination of your choosing. And since you're saying my abilities aren't going to physically work on you, like I'm not arguing because I don't have to target you with this. It would be basically I hold it in front of me and your bullets like go through it because it's still a portal, you know, it's still going to go through it, even though I'm not physically targeting your bullet. Your bullet's just hitting something that's going to make it go through it. So I'd argue you wouldn't be able to hit me because I just whipped that out. And then do you want to see the timestamp for a video I can send you? Or is that enough context?
No, I get it.
Okay, you get
But-
it? All right, cool.
Yeah, I get it. But this is still going to be, in a sense, trying to attempt something negative towards Dean and his item. So it's still going to be in the luck loop because you're still trying to affect Dean and his equipment, which is already in the luck loop, like his bullet. So I'm just saying, before you even like let this out, right? Even if you did, like Dean with the luck is just going to one shot you right off the bat.
All right.
Like, you know,
I know this is... God, this is 1 point. It felt like a million points, bro. Do you want to do like one of your points or like one or two and then we go to conclusions? Because you're like, I'm using all my brain power right now. You're popping off, Korin. Shit. You said you were rusty. You baited me. That's what happened. I'm playing.
honestly, I don't really have any more win cons right now. I mean, we can go
All
to
right, so
conclusions
this
now. if you want.
conclusions.
Yeah.
All right. You go first or I go first? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can go first.
All right. Conclusion. I suck. The worst. Okay. Conclusion. You know what? Proud of what I did. Let's just scroll up. My arguments were, I had the perfume, and if it ever got into a close combat situation, if you ever see a close combat situation happening, you know, palm strikes and you get hit with that. He countered really well and scary. The same thing I saw him do to Slick, and I was really scared for this. But yeah. And then I argued that I would just stop time. And I went into that pretty in depth. And then he argued just like his skill and all that stuff. And you know, we both argued back and forth on that for a while, and we moved on like more in depth into it. Then I argued my own skill, which I'm actually kind of proud of because I don't think I've ever argued skill before. Because when I did Deadpool versus Daredevil, like got wrecked. And then I also try to keep going with this by also showing. I'm pretty sure this is where I showed his telekinesis abilities, which showed I only had to think a single time. And then he showed luck. Personally, I don't see luck stopping like him from getting stopped by time, but he was very confident in that, and like he's scary confident in that. So I still think I won that point. But he obviously thinks he won that point, which is why this is going to go to the judges for conclusion. I went into the causality. We argued on that for a bit. I think I argued through that, but then he just argued that he would like outluck it basically. So, and I wouldn't even have time to do it. A lot of this, like this fight is what's so funny about this fight is lasting like less than a second, which is what's really cool. No matter who wins, it's like less than a second fight. Argued into try to intangibility, didn't work. He targets my soul. Brought up the black spot that the bullets wouldn't even hit me. That they would just go through the black spot and come out another one, possibly even hitting him. He argued luck hacks against that again, really grandstanding it really well, which was really amazing to see firsthand. Scary too. Personally think that point was like a tie. So up to the judges. Korin, your conclusion.
All right. So in my conclusion, Jinxy started off with sleep hacks. He proved that. He showed consistency for it. A little bit of context. That was good. I moved on to arguing, but it seems to me like you have to be up close. So I was arguing from the get-go, like accuracy with my cult, right? Negative ability with the cult. From there, he was arguing time stop, right? I got into a skill argument. He was arguing he just has to like press it or activate it, and then he got into telekinesis. He only has to think about it. I was still arguing on precognition, and I was like, I really feel like I went to a good enough detail on that. We left it to the judges. And then I kept going on with my skill and explaining, sure, you did prove you're a master karate guy, right? And you even have knowledge of like virtually everything in the internet, everything online. But I explained, you may have this knowledge, but Dean not only has the knowledge, he has showcased experience using similar knowledge, and he also has like far more just concrete feats of doing so. And I explain that, and I explain even with like your telekinesis, I explain Dean, he's still going to be able to easily anticipate it due to the large skill gap that we had over, you know, you and your dude. And then we got to the point where I was arguing passive luck hacks. And now you would be like caught in my passive luck loop even from the get-go. So anything you try to do to attempt negatively on Dean in a negative way or his arsenal, it would have no effect on Dean at all. Not saying your stuff wouldn't work in general, just it wouldn't work in your favor against Dean. And I kept on, explaining that, going around. You brought up a lot of other points. You even brought up causality manipulation. I questioned that a little bit. You finally managed, get around it a little bit. You did go to a little more context. Thanks for that. We went back and forth on that. I was still arguing, like you still have to spray something, right? You still have to like write it out. And I'm still saying like my luck's going to counter that. And pretty much from there, I was just arguing luck. You're already trapped in the luck loop. It's just going to positively work for me the entire time. My skill gap's too wide. I'm going to neg your soul. So in conclusion, Dean Winchester, with his passive luck hacks, his skill, and his cult, he's just going to, this whole entire fight's going to be in his favor the entire time. He's just going to neg. So that's my conclusion.
Okay, well, I guess I'll start out with judging. So the first point, sleep hacks. You guys kind of went back and forth with this. Jinxy, I thought he actually did pretty well in this. This was off to like a pretty good start for Jinxy. But I feel like Korin countered this pretty well with like the whole precog point. With the whole precog point, Jinxy did a pretty good job at pressing it. But I do feel like Korin's rhetoric was able to like get around it. So I'm gonna have to give like the whole 1,000 steps of precog to Korin. So, and then we move on to skill. Again, I do have to like give this point to Korin because he did bring up a pretty good example of like knowing it and actually like knowing how to do it. And then passive lock hacks were brought up against and then Jinxy tried to counter it with causality manip. I will have to give luck hacks to Korin due to like his shit being like passive. Since his luck hacks are passive, that would already kind of cancel out the causality manip. And then with like Korin tried to like grandstand the Colt gun. Jinxy tried to like counter with intangibility. The thing is that Korin like mentioned this like negs on you on like a spiritual level, so intangibility doesn't really mean anything here. And then with like this whole like portal argument, I'm not really sure. I do have like why Jinxy brought this up, but I will like again have to give it to Korin because like due to like his luck hack, like the portal isn't gonna really work. So like the bullet's just gonna like hit you like right in your head. So overall, I give this to Korin with like high low diff to possibly baseline mid diff.
All right. Anyone else want to judge?
Anyone
I'm not gonna judge, but I'm gonna
mine's
give my thoughts on it.
gonna be the same.
I literally just got here, so my opinion does not matter.
I just.
Okay, so wait, Phoenix, are you judge?
It's just gonna be like the same as yours. I don't really have much to add on.
Okay. Alistair, what about you?
Again, not judging, but I'm gonna give like a few thoughts. Well, not really a few more, just one. Jinxy, even though you lost this, I definitely say this is like low mid. So you did better than most people would do, and you definitely deserve to be moved up on the tier list. So me and Sook discussed this. So congrats, you are now a mid tier.
GG, Jinx.
Hey.